that's why mankind, it was like the fall, dude. He fell down, he spazzed out. I mean, the birds, they're just dipping. You know what I mean? They're just dipping. They get it off a seed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do nothing like a bird. Like, you think, because you got an airplane, like, a bird, I mean, he pauses in the air, turns around, dips, like, they sit in the sky, like, just chilling, like, just fucking all day, like, chilling off a seed, a little piece of nothing, a little great, the flyest fucking thing in the world. Like a fucking cardinal, a canary, just nothing but love, subsisting on nothing. And still, you can't do anything like it. Not a helicopter, it doesn't even get it. It's using, like, all this stuff to, like, mimic it, to, like, fucking... It doesn't get it at all. Like, oh my God, like the path it went off on, like he just spazzed out, like, that's what the birds are saying to you. You understand? But just so you know, like, the dinosaurs never went extinct. They're birds. Fucking dumbass. I mean, it's been sitting here, and you come along. I got something. Whoa, slow your roll, tiger. You know what I mean? Like, that's why mankind, it was like the fall, dude. He fell down, he spazzed out. He just fucking fell off. The damn stole the election! Yeah, but you ain't heard? Yeah, but weed's legal, do you care? Oh. Yeah, not really. Wait, it's just about, how we're keeping that? Where that's going? See, you know what's so funny? When you're Meson certified, you don't need any certifications to negotiate between any two parties that have any sets of certifications. You understand? You got the Meson. You're Meson certified completely and utterly. I couldn't let you have it. Like, you don't get to claim that. Like, what are you doing? That's it. Like a couple others. Some pretty good ones. Like VI. Got news. It's fucking good, too. Good fucking news. It is like the Eightfold Path and the Delta 8. The 8 is straight. I mean, that's all it is. It's just straight. Because when it happens, it's when you're 12 years old. Like, nobody gets credit after that. 8th grade. The 8 is straight. 12 years old, you got it, or you didn't. You know what I mean? And there's a gradual in between. About 30. But then, you're there, or you might never be. And then something else happens at 40, where, you're more mature, seasoned to talk about it. But if you didn't know it, at 12, that was it for you in a way. I know it hurts if you had to do it until you were, Jesus. You got how many of those? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, and you kept paying somebody for that, right? Like, this is crazy. It's you're Meson certified. You're Meson. You're completely uncertified. You have something or you don't, like. I'll get back to writing in, logical, coherent form where we chop out all the spaces and make, just save you your time. But there's something to be said for just letting you in on the process of, like, how concepts just come about and organically materialize and just letting you be there, like we're hanging out. Like, not everything is linear. I mean, they want you to write, like Ram Dass said, like, kind of pay, the fun is hanging out. You don't sit in your living room being linear, for crying out loud, But yeah, we'll get back to that. Like, don't worry. But this is just a little bit of the other side. So what do we want to talk about? A lot of things. We're going to talk about non-attachment. We're going to talk about forgiveness. We're going to talk about social credit scores. We're going to talk about anarchy and global communism, the irrelevance of it. We're going to talk about precision thinking, critical thinking, the trivium, the quadrivium. Oh, we're not really talking about it. We're going to talk about Jesus. We're going to talk about... And also, like, it's not about, being green. I mean, the fossil fuels should be helping the green become more efficient as well. Like, it should all be one fucking thing. Like, it's like you're handing off the stick in the 4x100 relays. Like, I get up to my top speed, whatever I got left, and hopefully you're just about to beat out as I tag you, like, and you're just... like we just didn't miss that. It was like mesonoxia. More practical examples, right? So a lot of people, if I turn on the faucet here, there's a lot of things that you blindly just spray a whole bunch of shit all over to clean it. That in reality could have just been cleaned with a little bit of water. Particularly, I put a little elbow grease into it. You know what I mean? Like, you can do it. Get your exercise today. It's all right. But, especially if your water is like acidic, The people, they're all out to lunch. It's like, because if it's a little acidic, it's basically like a natural disinfectant in a way. I mean, you can at least cut your cleaner with it. But, now, we got to change that so we can drink that. And then we're going to go buy this so we can spray this so we can, just use what you got, Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you can... just buy the drinking water instead then and use that to clean and, a little bit of that. I mean, you can filter some of it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But you see what I mean? Like, it's just this mindset that doesn't think with infinite divisibility about everything. And because it's in a mindset not to do it. Because of the way this whole system works. This consumption. You know what I mean? Like, how could that be... in a world with finite resources, the thing to do? Like, every time you consume something, it's common sense that you've taken it from everything else. But I paid for it. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's at the central heart of the collateral inefficiency. I mean, collateral inefficiency is like common interests. And so, okay, you and I agree on this. So we'll agree to agree on this. Even though if it was just about this, we might not agree. But since we agree on this other thing that is potentially more important to us, we'll just agree on this one. Well, that's the cause of the whole division and strife, because then somewhere else, somebody comes along and like, I don't agree on this one. And you're like, yeah, but I'm already committed to agreeing on that because I agree over here. I don't know how else to tell you. Like, that's the whole thing. That's the devil. That's the dukkha. That's, that's sin in a way, I mean, we're all sinners because we need to eat, but like, something's got to die for you to live. But the less of it you do. And so when we're in a culture whereby everybody values the less of it we do, because it helps everybody has more. There's no other way to say that. But if you're so caught in your current system, because you're and I get it, because you're plugged into the day-to-day, and it's little wins, and it's like, yeah, but if we just, all bought into something, practically what happens is we're just giving the power to the people who are going to control it. I mean, yeah, if you let them get away with that, if everybody's just not awake to the point where the little conversations have evaporated, right? Like that's just minutia. And the ascension up the pyramid starts from the people at the bottom, and the people at the top need to help, don't get me wrong, but when everybody's sitting at the top of the pyramid in a way, you think about it all physically, but there's a mental, spiritual, and psychological thing happening too, where when they're all there, the absurd obviousness of it becomes that you really can't keep from anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it just, again, there's no esteem for it. So now you're just an idiot, Now you're a hoarder. You're just insecure. At that point, Money or not, you're at the bottom of the pyramid, and we're at the top of it. You know, the meek shall inherit the earth, and as above, so below. Because, you know, again, give to Caesar what's Caesar's. Like, if it means that much to you, bro, like, keep it, you know? Vote went was they both said keep it. So some of this is a little obscure for you maybe right now, but if you listen to enough of them, it'll start to hone in. It's a personal thing. It's a worldwide thing. It's mesonoxia. Yeah, so I got good news and it's all good news, but basically, I know you were real excited about going to Silver and everything today, but for just a little bit more, and just a little bit, like, I think we're taking you gold today. I'm saying, I think, what? Wait. And how much more are we talking about? We're talking about 10 times exactly half. Nothing. Oh, you deserve it, honey. Oh, it all happened. You? Are you kidding? What? Yeah. Thank Jesus and thank everybody. Everybody's just thankful walking up. They walking up. Everybody just, you just. I mean, people would just sign like their whole life for like, you know, 1 or 2 or maybe 3 minutes of like you were just like cat's pajamas to everybody in the room. I mean, it's just like a fucking, you know, it's just choreography, but it's just like, you know, you just came up this bitch and owned the joint, you know, you just came through and, yeah, you just negotiated yourself like a fucking fox and, you know, you just fucking champagne bottles popping and there's big sweets going on for you. You know, I mean, shit is fucking chopping for you. Maybe just brought your new squeeze down, dude. You got some fucking, what the that? Oh, you want to sign one? Look at this. Look at what we're doing this weekend for you. Boom! Dude, you just fucking laid out. You know what I mean? But, I mean, it's all the perception, you know? And so, you know, and then you come back, you know what I mean? And you fucking, you know, you made some payments, some shit, yeah, you got some value, you didn't, but, like, it's a different time in your life, you know what I mean? And you got these fucking stepkids over here, and, like, you still got this fucking thing, you know? Like, like, you mean you used it all that time, you really didn't get this value, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, right? You did. Well, I got fucking good news for you, you know? Because we're going to take all that shit into account. And you're just gonna pop off with the Disney fucking blow package, like woo! And everybody's going home fucking happy and chilling, and just like, you know, like if we didn't do it to you though, like, would you have did it? You know, that's the whole thing. Like, you know, like, did you do anything? But you did, and like, you walked around like king of the castle and in front of the new fucking heads, and you know, the old, the new, whatever it was. And some people know how to do it right, and some people are just like fucking predatory. You know what I'm saying? Like they just don't know how to be anywhere. You know, there's good things, there's bad things, but there's just some people that do everything right everywhere. You know, they just try to make everything more efficient, so that everybody's treating everybody better. Anywhere they are, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It could be a timeshare. It could be a nonprofit. You know, but everybody's a little bit leechy and everybody's a little bit giving. And everybody's a little bit efficient or a little less efficient. That's really all that's going on, you know what I'm saying? So, like, anywhere you be, doesn't matter. Like, you could be, you know, you could be on Wall Street You can be in the fucking Little Sisters of the Poor. Like, you could be anywhere on earth. But if where you be helps everything to be more efficient to the benefit of everything, you know, you might not be able to do it perfect because you're not Jesus. You're not the birds that can just dip all day and fly in the sky off of a seed. A seed. You need all this shit. Like, fucking all this shit. You got the airplane or a helicopter. Like, you pathetic mimicking pansies. Like, you know, like you think you're such hot shit because you got a thumb. A thumb. Like, dude, we walk on the air. You know, off a safflower seed. You know, when we're fancy about it, like, you know, I mean, Jesus, like, what an ego trip, you know? All of mankind.